Don't get it twisted. I love watching rich people. My favorite rich person? Becca Bloom.
Becca Bloom's wedding content has finally been posted, and oh my goodness, it did not disappoint. You guys need to see all of these photos and hear all of the details about this extravagant Lake Como wedding. It is absolutely insane. Let's get into it. For those of you who don't know, Becca Bloom is an influencer who absolutely blew up on social media over the past year. Fans are obsessed with her luxury lifestyle. She married her husband David on August 28th, 2025, so about a week ago. And they chose this date because their fortune teller told them it was the luckiest date for them. They got married at Villa Balbiano on Lake Como, Italy. Becca's dress was designed by Oscar de la Renta, and it has 3D peonies all over it. She chose peonies flowers because they are the unofficial flower of China, which is where both her parents are from. This wedding looks like an absolute dream.
Welcome to another episode of Traces of Power. This year, we've seen some of the world's most jaw-dropping weddings, from a self-made billionaire to an heiress born into wealth. But how do their tastes, styles, and choices really compare? Let's take a deep dive into what people are saying about the current rich talk queen's wedding choices. Love her or hate her, this woman has been consistently serving us luxury, color, wealth, taste, and power. Yes, you know you have money when you can publicly and unapologetically say,
"We're getting married in a thunderstorm. I hired 2 witches off Etsy to try and pray the thunderstorm away."
What's money there for if you can't let it bend reality and bring some magic into your life? She's not trying to be liked. She's giving, I can do whatever the hell I want. This rich talk queen knows that she is the moment.
This is for Becca Bloom. Congratulations on your wedding. Everything that I've seen, it is over the top, excessive, and gay. And I love all of those things. You looked stunning. He looked beautiful. The ceremony was stunning. The rainbow at the end with the sparkle at... chef's kiss. And I know every detail. Oh my God, the reception looks... You made this old sissy's heart just pitter-patter. Loved it.
We need to talk about Becca Bloom and David Pownall's wedding. The wedding took place at Villa Balbiano in Lake Como, Italy. And planning was done by Isle Events. And photos by Jose Villa. Can you even with this setup? The lake, the trees, the mirrored aisle. But you know what I want to talk about. The dress. Oscar de la Renta laser cut peony wedding gown. Fernando Garcia and Laura Kim kill it with the laser cut. And look, the peonies placed along the veil. We gotta talk about the diamonds. It's Becca Bloom after all. The Van Cleef & Arpels high jewelry Folie de Pré collection. Not only is she wearing Van Cleef, she's wearing Van Cleef high jewelry. That's a different category. And she looks absolutely radiant. Becca is a vision. I also love how simple her bouquet is. Lily of the Valley. A flower that symbolizes humility, renewal, and the return of happiness, which she said were sentiments that she wanted to carry into her marriage. I'm gonna cry. We got Becca, but we can't forget what David's wearing. Custom Tom Brown tuxedo with Xenia shoes and a Patek Philippe watch. But of course, wedding day. But now let's back up. On the way to her rehearsal dinner, she wore a 3D printed Oscar de la Renta floral mini dress. Renee Calvila heels, of course. And a Bulgari Tubagos high jewelry necklace. Oh, she arrived to the rehearsal by boat. You guys, that necklace is crazy. Pretty sure this is it. A 16.89 karat rubellite, green tourmalines, and diamonds. Set in a pink gold. She's not messing around. This was the tablescape for the rehearsal dinner. Look at the flowers.
The Becca Bloom wedding content has dropped, and I need to analyze every single part of it with you guys. This is the rehearsal dinner. First of all, she's wearing vintage Chanel, and I'm obsessed with the ice cream. The tablescapes are beyond. There is so much personality, so much texture, so much freaking color, you guys. Oh, I'm so happy that she has has a personality, okay? This is not Jeff Bezos white on white on white. This is every piece hand chosen. This is fun, it's whimsical, it's playful, it's elegant. I love how much texture with the plates and the charger and that menu on top. I love the like handkerchief fold of that napkin and the skirted edge there. I love the floral that is obviously embroidered into this linen. Shut up, come on. Absolutely shut up. This is the most beautiful rehearsal dinner tablescape ever. I love how fun and still elegant her dress is. They just look like they're having such a blast and they bring so much personality. These timeless, gorgeous, perfect pictures. Tonight, oh my gosh, the wedding's gonna be like 4 parts because I have fallen down the rabbit hole of looking and obsessing over every detail of this. It is gorgeous. Becca Bloom's wedding reception has me gagged, okay? This is the final installment from me about this wedding and I cannot get enough. First of all, taking a moment to have like a little staged photo of all of your gal pals. Obsessed. I love this. Look at how happy everyone is for her. This was their plan B, by the way. Imagine what it would have looked like without the rain. But this is a glass atrium and then softening the look of the wrought iron with that draping. Beautiful choice. I cannot get enough of these runners. Not only are we color blocking here, but we are also texture blocking, which I am now completely obsessed with. We're grouping different textures of flowers with like textures, and it is so freaking cool to have the eye bounce around everywhere. We've got that rose here on the plate, which is a call to what her dress looks like. I love the fringe detail on that napkin, call to the rehearsal dinner. And of course, the back of the chairs look like Van Cleef. I'm obsessed. This was her dress, that detail everywhere, including in her veil from the ceremony. And I just cannot overstate how tastefully done this wedding is. Like it's over the top, it's elegant, but it is not like a guy on the jetpack with a dolphin and all this crazy stuff. It is just beautiful and well done. This giant cake, so freaking fun. Champagne tower, love this moment. And then we end it all with sparklers. Her quote about this, she said that it singed the bottom of her dress, but you know what? Worth it, girl. Worth it.
There's one thing that no couple can control on their wedding day, the weather. On Becca Bloom and David Pownell's big day, the forecast called for 100% rain. And yes, it poured until moments before their outdoor wedding ceremony. So it's safe to say the 2 Etsy witches they hired definitely paid off for a bit. Instead of being stressed, they took it as a blessing. Both sets of parents got married on rainy days, and they've been happily married for over 35 years. Their team of pros quickly pivoted, and they were able to transform a glass marquee into a dreamy reception space. And in true rom-com fashion, the couple ended the night dancing in the pouring rain with fireworks going off around them. Ever the optimist, Becca shared that a wet knot is the hardest to untie, and that's how their vows felt. Bound, blessed, and enduring. Rain on a wedding day can be overwhelming, but I love that the couple had a positive outlook and a plan B so that they were able to truly enjoy their celebration. So would you call on Etsy witches or dance in the pouring rain? I know I would.
When people say money doesn't buy taste, they were not talking about Becca Bloom. And when people say you can't have fun with fashion when you have money and you want to look classy, they most certainly weren't talking about her either. Because the Queen of Rich Talk showed up in an archival Chanel gown complete with a little ice cream tone, and this stunning necklace that was quite literally the cherry on top. She had 4 dresses for her wedding, including this Oscar de la Renta dress that we actually saw on Ariana Grande during the Wicked press tour. She point blank made it clear in interviews that she loves wearing color, that she wanted to wear color on her bridal weekend, on her wedding weekend. And honestly, as she should. Then you get to the gown itself, which had laser cut peonies in the fabric, and even in the veil. And you're left with your jaw on the floor as colors shoot up into the sky and they kiss. And then you get another colorful, beautiful mosaic art piece of an outfit, complete with the little ballerina Louboutins. And everyone that goes on and on about, oh, you can't have too much fun at your wedding. You can't wear color, you can't have details. I truly hope that they were left crying because you can be classy and you can still be cool, and Becca Bloom is literally the epitome of this in how she puts together her outfits and still has fun with color, especially on this wedding weekend.
Unpopular opinion, I might be a hater and you guys might be well in your rights to call me one, but I am so sick and tired to death of seeing these voguish Italian weddings. It seems like everybody's wedding is the same. Everybody's copying everybody. There's like zero personality. You can't see either one of the couple's personalities in these weddings. Like, it's just so boring. Sorry, like I said, you guys can call me a hater. Seems like everybody's wearing the same dress. Everybody's being featured in Vogue.
My thing with the Becca Bloom wedding is, like, if you have that much money, everything should be perfect. Like, if you're spending millions of dollars on a wedding, you're gonna do like only those blush roses, like, as the table centerpieces, like, that's crazy. Like, just the perfume of that alone would be too overwhelming for the table. Come on. And you can tell she hired like a white makeup artist because, like, the blush and contour are placed where like a white woman's cheekbones should be, but like it's way too low on her face, so she looks like a potato. Like the blush and the contour is like way too low, and you could tell like it was like a white woman powdering her face to death, because like no Asian person would let her like look that dry on her wedding day. And like the wedding dress, like the material, don't you want to feel movement on your wedding day? It looked like a fucking like jizz hardened doily. Like it was crazy. That's crazy work, babe. Like to be wearing millions of dollars in jewelry with the Party City veil. Oh my god, like having no finishing on the veil is wild. Like you didn't even watch like one episode of Project Runway, and people are gonna be like, you're just bitter. I'm like, yeah, of course I'm bitter. Like the daughter of multi-millionaires that doesn't have any taste. Like it's all connected. Like all the Filipino senators' children, like having no taste or talent, and they all look like potatoes. Like this is the same thing. Like y'all were so mad when I was like, Becca Bloom constantly gives horrible advice, and then she shows up looking like a Russian nesting doll on her wedding. Like, I am a hater. If Becca Bloom has 0 haters, I am dead. I just hope with like all of her investment in AI that she's gonna just like digitally alter the makeup, because girl, this is your wedding day. Fix these things in post. You are so rich that no one's telling you this. I'm telling you this right now. Get it done. Spend a little money. Spend that $1,000. Fix it in post. No one's gonna tell you this, but...
Do we know who we're talking about? She's Becca fucking Bloom. Like, I think we can tell. She's not cheaping out on anything. Yes, it was raining, which like absolutely sucks, but clearly she just posted all of her photos. There's no skimping on her Oscar de la Renta gowns. 2. At least 2. She flew to Paris for her shoes. Please explain to me what she's skimping out on. Like, just because a wedding doesn't look the way that like you think it would look, doesn't mean that any corners were cut.